Namaskar, I am Rekha Sharma, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Department of Education and Engineering from Jayoti, VIdyapeeth University, Jaipur. खुश रहो बिटिया. So today we will going to learn about practice of sewing machine by sewing machine with paper. So as we all know that we sewing the fabric with the sewing machine, but today we will learn the sewing of paper by sewing machine. So why we need to use paper on sewing machine before we use fabric? So you are driving a piece of type of different machinery, and a bit like a driving car or scooty. So you need practice before you are allowed on the road or you get a driving license. So get to know your machine before you try it. Get to know about your sewing machine. How can you use it out on an item? So know its limits and functionality, as all machines were not created equal. They all are different and therefore perform differently. So learning the basics of your machine by practicing on paper without thread, scraps of fabric before attempting a project will put you steps ahead by knowing your machine, how the machine work, how can we use the machine parts for sewing. Be aware though, it is not the same practicing on paper as it is on fabric. There are some difference, but if you can manage sewing paper, then sewing fabric will be breeze by comparison. So if once you manage the paper on sewing machine, you can easily manage the fabric on the sewing machine. So there are different sewing machine practice with the paper. So first we start with the basic practice session. This basic practice session is straight line practice on the sewing machine. So let's start it. See, this is report paper, and here I am sketching the lines with a margin, and here I take 1 centimeter margin with the scale. For sewing the paper with the sewing machine, we have to make some lines and straight lines so we can sew it perfectly on the sewing machine with straight lines. So we have to practice with different lines, and first we have to know how can we stitch straight lines on the paper with sewing machines. In our previous session, I had learned how can we insert thread in a machine, sewing machine, and today we will sew these straight lines on the paper by the sewing machine. Today we have used a simple paddle sewing machine. So let's start. After inserting the thread in the sewing machine, like this. Now, second line. This is the practice fashion. So you have to practice on the lines one by one, same as I'm doing here. So we can manage fabrics after practicing on the paper. So we have to do a lot of practice to make straight lines on the fabric or sewing on the fabric and the paper also. See, cut the excess thread. Here I also took the seam allowances so we can practice with perfect seam allowance. With the perfect seam allowance. So now you have to do practice with these straight lines. So make straight lines on the A4 size paper and insert the thread in your sewing machine and practice with different seam allowance. Seam allowance means I have to clear 1 centimeter seam allowance. You can take a half centimeter seam allowance, 1/4 centimeter seam allowance, or 3/4 inch centimeter seam allowance, half inch seam allowance, 1 inch seam allowance. And in next session, we will practice with some different type of lines with some different practices. Hope you understand this session. And if you have any difficulty, let me know. We will clear you in our next session or live class. Thank you. Namaste. Kushal Vidya.